All right, and we're back, and today we are going to be talking about 12 unknown interesting facts about the stock market. And before I start, I just want to give you a simplified version of what stocks are and what the stock market is. So basically, what the stock market is the stock market refers to the collection of markets and exchanges where regular activities of buying, selling, and issuance of shares of publicly held companies take place. There can be multiple stock trading venues in a country or a region which allows transactions in stocks and other form of securities. So basically, what stocks are, they're fractional shares of a company, a corporation, and if that company increases in value, so does the stocks. So let's get right into it. So these are 12 amazing unknown facts about the stock market. Number 1, during Gil Almo's tenure as Apple CEO, Apple stock slumped and hit a 12-year low in 1997 that was at least partially caused by a single sale of 1.5 million shares of Apple stock by an anonymous party who was later confirmed to be Steve Jobs. Jobs convinced the director to oust Amelio in a boardroom coup, and Jobs then became CEO. Number 2, in 2005, an inexperienced trader at a Japanese bank tried to sell one share of JCOM stock for 640,000 yen. He accidentally sold 640,000 shares for 1 yen each, the equivalent of selling 3 billion worth of shares for the price of $5,000. Yikes, that's a pretty bad mistake. This one's pretty funny. Number 3, there is a pirate stock exchange in Somalia where locals can invest in pirate gangs planning hijacking missions. So yeah, apparently Somali pirates also have stock exchanges, and if you invest in some shares and their missions are a success, you might get a little cheddar. Number 4, the stock market got the names Bear and Bull because of Caballeros, Spanish Knights in California. The Caballeros put California Grizzlies in battle with Bulls. They observed bears swipe downward and bulls hooked upward, thus lending the analogy. This led to the California Grizzly extinction. Number 5, Ronald Wayne was the third co-founder of Apple along with Steve Wozniak and Steve Jobs. In 1976, he sold the 10% share of the company for $800. Today, his 10% share would have been worth $35 billion. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that guy's definitely probably crying every night in his pillow for selling 10% share of the company for $800. He could have been a billionaire worth $35 billion. Wow. Another little interesting fact about Steve Jobs and Apple in general, the first Apple computer was sold for $666.66. Now, I'm not sure why he would sell it for that exact amount. I mean, the Apple logo itself is a bitten fruit. So, some weird coincidences. Number 6, the Dutch East Indian Company was the first multinational corporation in existence, created in 1602. So yeah, the stock market is very old. It is not a recent thing. It's hundreds of years old. It's the first company to issue stocks and is granddaddy of all corporations today. Shareholders didn't have much influence. The company was controlled by its directors. However, shareholders were richly rewarded. The annual dividends were 16% on average over the first half of the 17th century. Number 7, the New York Stock Exchange is considered the most traditional as traders cannot enter the floor of the exchange if they are not wearing a suit and tie. Number 8, on average, the stock market performs the poorest in September. Since 1950, the Dow has declined 1.1% and the S&P 500 has declined 0.7% on average during the month of September. Since the Nasdaq was created in 1971, its composites index has fallen an average of 1% in September. Number 9, while you might think that London is a huge stock exchange center, the truth is that Shanghai is number 2. The NYSE trades 1,520 billion shares per month, while Shanghai trades 1,278 billion. The London Stock Exchange Group only trades 165 billion per month. Number 10, in 1954, economist Armin Alchian was able to figure out what the secret fuel was for the newly developed hydrogen bomb just by looking at the share price of chemical suppliers on the stock market. So yeah, thanks to the stock market, he figured out the secret fuel for the hydrogen bomb. That's interesting. Number 11, we all remember that the dot-com boom and bust and know about the 1929 Wall Street crash, but financial bubbles aren't anything new. All the way back in 1711, the South Sea Company was at the heart of a huge bubble, which caused shares to collapse by 1720. Even earlier, there was a tulipomania back in 1637. Some tulip bulbs were selling at 10 times the annual income of skilled labor. Number 12, the most expensive share on the New York Stock Exchange is Berkshire Hathaway, which closed at $71,000 at the end of 2000, $75,000 at the end of 2001, $72,000 at the end of 2002, $84,000 at the end of 2003, $87,000 at the end of 2004, and $88,000 at the end of 2005. And currently, at this moment, just one stock, one share, is traded at $350,000 for Berkshire Hathaway. I believe that's Warren Buffett's company. But yeah, that's a lot of money for just one share. Can you imagine having a bunch of those? $350,000. And back in 2000, 21 years ago, it was $71,000. So it basically pretty much tripled, even a little bit more in value. So yeah, that was it. So yeah, those were 12 interesting unknown facts about the stock market. And if any of you are interested in investing in stocks and never have, if you sign up with my link on Webull, you get 2 free stocks just for signing up that are worth between $2.50 all the way to $250. So you can get 2 stocks that are valued from $2 all the way up to $250, and you might get lucky and you can get the $250, and that's just for signing up. So yeah, you get 2 free stocks just for signing up, and its value can be up to $250. However, if you make an initial deposit of $100 or more, you get 2 more free stocks, and its value is between $8 and $1,600. So yeah, you can get really lucky and get the $1,600 stock. So yeah, just for signing up and depositing $100 to start trading, you can get 4 free stocks. 2 of them are valued up to $250, and the other 2 are valued up to $1,800. And I myself do a little bit of investing, and have made a decent amount. And, my belief is that there's no such thing as a self-made man. We're a product of our environment, of the things we watch, the people we talk to. But yeah, when it comes to investing, buying stocks and buying shares and stuff like that, I watch a lot of YouTube investors who have made their fortunes selling and buying stocks. They give recommendations and advice on what stocks to buy, when to sell, And a lot of the times, many of the investors that I watch, most of the times they're right, which is why I keep coming back to them, watching them. And thanks to them, I have made a decent amount of money investing into stocks so far. And I'm going to continue investing. But yeah, if you're interested, sign up with my link and you can get 4 free stocks, 2 of them valued up to $250 and the other 2 valued all the way up to $1,800. And you can get lucky and get that $1,800. So yeah, that's 12 interesting unknown facts about the stock market. And thank you so much for watching, and we're done.